Saturday night. Time for your weekly dose of pop culture with Cassie and Kenny. Welcome to the show.
What was all those noises?
What? I was thinking. You know what? Yeah, I know. No,
what is that?
Look in the background. Look, the music that you were playing was so. The beat you found was so dope. I was rapping in the background. I was trying to flow.
Okay, I didn't realize I was giving.
I was trying to flow. I was sitting. I was like, yeah.
Okay, enough with the flow.
I'm just saying. Don't hate on the player. Hate the game.
I hate the player, hate the game. Hey, it is Saturday night. This is Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture. This is something that we started during the pandemic. And I didn't realize how long this thing has been rolling on until in my timeline, you know how it shows you pictures from the past. And I reposted on my Facebook page a picture from, and actually it had a filter of me and Rollers, but obviously I don't have Rollers hair. But anyway, that it was 2 years ago when I did Raisin in the Sun.
Yeah, it was
the Hickory Community Theater, and
that was
wow.
2 years ago. Yeah, I saw that picture that you posted, and it was 2 years ago. And I'm like, wow, that was 2 years. That means we've been doing and starting in April. I believe it was April. We would have been doing this show for 2 years.
Wow. April.
So we need more people to listen in. So if you're listening in, tell your friends.
If you're listening in, thank you for hanging out with us on Saturday nights.
Yes.
I'm Kathy. This is my brother Kenny.
I'm Kenny.
I always got to figure out, because when I'm here, I gotta look
this way.
Like,
yeah,
am I looking this way? Or
I'm looking right at you. I'm looking right at you. But actually, I'm looking at my shirts hanging up. But I'm looking right at. Okay, I'm just joking.
Well, I actually went to the white shirt as opposed to the let me just so you can see my pop culture kid shirt.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Hopefully
is that a pullover hoodie? Yeah.
It's a pullover hoodie. It's
That's nice. I don't have that.
It was nicer before I got coffee stains all over it.
Okay,
so
because
I'm only going from here up.
I would have worn my white shirt had you like Kenny. We're wearing white today. Like, you know.
Well, you know, it's a contrast. It's black, it's white. It's black, it's white.
No, that's like look, that's like being part of the Temptations and nobody telling Otis what shirt to wear.
I know.
Hey,
that's like we're wearing the blue suits. That tell you guys look good in blue.
Ain't nobody paying to see you, Otis.
Now that is not right, because some people come just for Otis.
Ain't nobody come to see you, Otis. I'm the Temptation.
I'm the Temptation. I'm the man. Anyway, we are just in a weird space tonight, and that's okay because it gets weird.
Now my head. I have the 5 heartbeats in my head.
Oh my goodness.
You know.
Well,
Eddie Kane Jr.
It gets weird.
You want to
but again, it is always weird. We want to welcome you into the show. Hey Deja, thanks for hanging out with us. What?
Deja, are you my friend Deja? Because there's a lot of Dejas in the world. I'm just trying to find out if this is my friend Deja.
You have friends?
Wow. Is that what we're doing today? I have a lot of friends.
I know.
I have a lot of friends.
You have a lot of friends and a lot of followers. And
no, I don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of followers. I do have a lot of friends.
Okay. Well, you must have some friends, because I think you're over 11,000 hits on your video, Unbroken Spirit. There is a link down in the description, whether you're watching us on Facebook or on YouTube. And if you, again, are watching us, please consider giving us a like, a thumbs up, sharing us, hey, as we talk pop culture, or even, if you will, subscribe to the K-Walk Comedy channel and, you know, catch us every Saturday night as we live stream. And it's, you know, constantly coming around, evolving. A lot of our friends will join us here live on the stream, like our brother from another mother and father, Ed Brown, who is probably the #1 official pop culture kid. And cousin Lisa joins us, Miss Cookie. We pull from all areas and age groups, I think.
But you know, you want to do it. Sometimes we're a family show, but sometimes, Kathy, you want to be kind of like, you know, a little sexy with it.
Hey, a little sexy with it.
Like watch this. Hey, check our show out. Share me, baby.
Okay. You go there. I don't.
Oh man. Okay.
Hey, I know before we get started, I want to give an early happy birthday shout out to my good friend, former roommate, Donald Morgan. There you go. Donna McGee. I'm sorry, married me.
I don't know the specifics, but we have another pop culture kid that was in the. I forgot to give him a shout out last week, but he was in the hospital for some surgery and he's recovering. Ed Rico.
Oh,
Rico.
okay. Yeah.
Rico was in the hospital and he's recovering now. So I want to give a shout out to Rico. Get well soon, man. Hope you feel better.
Definitely get well. Prayers are with you. Well, for those of you who do hang out, every week we try to tackle a new subject or, just whatever we feel kind of relevant to pop culture. And I think this week was kind of inspired by the news. And as some of you may know, but the voice of Charlie Brown,
the one in the 60s.
I'm sorry, yeah.
The one in the 60s.
Peter Robbins, the voice of Charlie Brown, passed away this week. And it got us thinking about voice actors. Because one of the reasons why we were doing this show, and because it was kind of an extension of some of the conversations that we kind of have had all of our lives, kind of growing up as latchkey kids, watching TV, watching movies, knowing lines of movies by heart, and even being nerdy enough to know like the names of the actors and actresses who played bit roles. We figured, hey, this would be a good, fun kind of extension of that.
Speaking of which, I don't mean to interrupt you, but you know who passed away this week also?
Who?
The guy who played Mr. Reardon in Fame.
Mr. Reardon,
the young teacher in Fame. He was only there for like 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah.
He was like 70 years old. He passed. They found him. They say it might be natural causes. I think he was like 70, and they found him unresponsive.
Wow. You know what? I saw something else that it was a celebrity death that I totally missed, and it might have been like the week we did, or the week after we did, or like in memoriam. Because I think he died in 2022. Right? We're in 2022.
We're in 2022.
I gotta pinch myself sometimes and go, huh? Yeah. We made it. But Louis Anderson, who was a stand-up comedian, and I'm like, oh, I think we missed that. Unless he did one of those Farrah Fawcett things, like she died the same day as Michael Jackson, but it was kind of like
no, he
missed it.
I remember when he passed away because we were talking about it here at the house, and we were talking about his role in Coming to America. Last week, I was mopping the floor. This week, I'm doing fries. This week, I'm doing fries.
This is a classic. But when I again, I think he might have died the week Sidney Poitier died, and it was kind of like,
no, he died on his own. Well, he died
on his own. It's like
that didn't come out right. He died on his own.
Like he was taking like a bunch of folks with him.
I'm taking everybody. I'm taking everybody. No, he didn't. My bad. I said that wrong.
Yeah, that didn't come out right. That one you might want to work on.
Yeah, I want to work on that. But tonight, I don't know who Morgan Stevens is, Ed. But tonight we are talking about the voices that go with a lot of the characters that we grew up with and that we knew throughout our lives. Some of these voices, a lot of these voices are going to be the older voices. We didn't quite tackle too many movie voices. I have one movie voice on here that Ed put on the list, but we're not really tackling the movie voices. And I'm going to stay away from these live action voices a little bit. We're going to do cartoon voices. But we're going to talk about the voices, and then hopefully Kathy got some images together because we're going to show some faces to go with those voices. So stick with us. If you have some characters, cartoon characters from your TV days that you remember. Put them up there. If you know who did the voice, let us know, and we'll talk about those for the next hour, 45 minutes or so. So, I'm gonna start it off with um, one of my favorites from back in the day. We're going to skip the live action people, and we're going to go right to Scatman Crothers, who did Hong Kong Phooey.
Scatman Crothers. I have all the notes for tonight. I got 3 pages of notes, and then I'm like, where did he pull that out of?
No, Ed pulled that out. Ed pulled that out.
I'm like,
blame Ed. Blame your brother from another mother.
I'm like, Scatman Crothers. I ain't heard that name in like forever.
Yeah, but he's right. That was Hong Kong Phooey. You know, Hong Kong Phooey, #1 super guy.
He did the voice of Hong Kong Phooey.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. That I didn't know. That's some new learning.
Because he was also the Aristocrats. Everybody wants to be a cat when you're a cat.
And he had a very distinctive voice.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah,
very distinctive voice. Dan Castellanino.
I love him. Huh?
How do you say his last name? Castellaneta? Castellaneta.
Castellaneta, or
yeah. He was in one of my favorite spoof superhero movies, Mystery Men.
Oh, he was a Mystery Man. You know where I remember him from? I remember him from, and this is probably why he has like his most famous, I think, cartoon voice is from The Simpsons. But I remember him also as being one of the actors from the Tracy Ullman show. I'm doing like everywhere around.
He was in the Tracy Ullman show. Yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Yes, and The Simpsons, for those of you who might remember, actually came from the
Tracy Ullman show.
Yeah. So and actually, I think, especially with The Simpsons, he voiced more than just that voice. He voiced a lot of different voices on The Simpsons. So, because I think they had like a lot of overlap.
That's not him.
Yeah, it is.
It is? Okay.
That's the image I pulled off the internet. So
okay, all right.
And but he voiced, and again,
I'm thinking Hank Azaria. No, that is him.
Oh, you're thinking Hank Azaria. But Hank Azaria he does a couple voices on The Simpsons and some other TV shows, other cartoons as well. Hank
Azaria was the one that was in Mystery Men. My bad. I totally messed him up. Okay. I'm just totally messing up here today.
You got your pop culture facts all.
I got them all.
In your head.
There's so much pop culture facts in here that I'm just,
that it's
just, it confuses me sometimes.
All right, even you're amazed by your pop culture. I was like, it's like, yeah,
yes.
You had that mind, and I was trying to find the sound effect, and I couldn't do it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, now we're gonna skip ahead to a famous guy.
Skipping ahead.
Yeah.
I actually wanted to try something because one of the other things, and again, not sponsored, but the tool we use, there's several tools I use to actually stream my photo, my image through. I'm using Ecamm Live, but we also use StreamYard for like the graphics over there up by Kenny's head and the name tags and comments that come up. But they have a new feature that has background music. So should I try some background music?
Why don't you try some background music?
I could try some background.
Make it funky,
do we need dance pop, or do we need...
Make it funky.
Let's see what this sounds like. I don't know. Can you hear it? I can't even hear it.
Here we go.
Okay, I don't know. Here's another one. How about we rock it out? Oh, that kind of...
And we're on Kathy Can't Explain Pop Culture.
Let's see where that goes. Let's say hi to some of our friends before we go on with the rest of the list. Who is in the pop culture house? Again, Deja, glad to have you here with us. Morgan Stevens.
Who's Morgan Stevens? Who's Morgan Stevens? And you gotta tell us who Morgan Stevens is. Daver, my friend Daver. Yes, we can hear it.
Okay, good. We'll see how that music, if it doesn't annoy us, maybe we'll keep that rolling in the background a little bit.
So we're going to go to Casey Kasem.
Casey Kasem.
The man with the top 40. Casey Kasem did the very popular voice of Shaggy.
America's Top 40. The voice of the 80s. And probably 70s and some 90s too. But
Morgan Stevens is the guy that passed away from fame. His name was Morgan Stevens.
Morgan Stevens. Okay, I got you.
But Casey Kasem, not only did he do the voice of Shaggy, more importantly, he did the voice of Robin the Boy Wonder.
Of course, because it wouldn't be Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture without you making a pop culture reference to the comics.
Yeah, I got more.
That's how you roll.
Yeah, that's how I roll.
That's how you roll.
That's how I roll. Okay. Okay, we're gonna talk about these guys. I don't know if we have the images for them, but Matt Stone and Trey Parker are the various voices of South Park,
and also the writers, producers of the Broadway show, The Book of Mormon. But
really? Okay.
Yeah. Which again, haven't been to Broadway in so long.
On Broadway.
I can't wait to be able to really travel in earnest. But you know what? I'm thinking too. I had a booster back in October. Am I going to need another one? I mean, the way these variants pop.
I personally wouldn't go to well, there's some parts of New York you can't go to unless you're vaccinated.
Oh, really? Well, not only do I have my vaccinations, I also have a neat little vaccination carrying card case.
You do?
So I am so 2022. Anyway,
I gotta get one of those.
You know what? I didn't ask you about how's the snow? How much snow did you get?
We got about 12 inches. I think I didn't see the news.
Whoa!
I know there's a lot here.
Whoa, 12 inches. 12 inches would probably cripple us for a week.
Yeah. We got a lot.
12 inches for you guys, it's going to be a rough day. But you know what? By the time the plows come through, because they don't own plows down here, but by the time the plows come through, no, they own these trucks that put these that treat the roads, and that's about it. And that's only the main roads. If you live on a secondary road, forget about it.
There's no plow.
Forget about it.
There's no plows.
Any help. But yeah, I was worried. I was like, well, whoa, they're talking about all this snow and the power, and possible power being out. And I'm like, well, wait, if Kenny's not here, we're not gonna have a show. Oh man, I gotta figure out a way. And usually Ed is watching us on Facebook, not YouTube, but I might have to have Ed watch us on YouTube so I can make him a moderator, because sometimes it looks like we get some folks coming in that I might have to block because they're not just bombing us, but they're bombing us in Russian. So
we're gonna have to get somebody.
Something we're doing must be upsetting.
Somebody on YouTube is gonna have to be our moderator so they can our dad's in the house.
Squash those. Hey, Dad. The last Broadway show I went to was Penn and Teller.
Penn and Teller. Okay.
When was that? Ed? You have to let us know.
I think Deja is my friend Deja.
Okay.
Because she didn't answer me whether it was Deja, but he knows that we had 9 to 12 inches, and my friend Deja, so maybe it is her. I don't know.
Wow, 9 to 12 inches. And when we had snow here last time, it was weird because close to the house, there was a lot of snow. Further out in the driveway, it was just like an inch of ice, and I started shoveling it, and I broke a shovel.
Yeah, I
So
saw that. I saw that on your Facebook. You broke
I'm
snow.
pretty much done with snow.
Yeah.
We were supposed
We're
to
not.
get
We're
like
not.
an inch, but I woke up this morning and there was no snow, which probably was a good thing because I, I don't know why I did this, but I made an appointment to get my mammogram at 7:20 on a Saturday morning.
Oh, it is my friend Deja. Okay.
So I don't know what I was thinking about that.
Yeah, I don't know why you still did that. All right. So the next two people I want to get to,
Okay,
the next two people I want to get to are comic book people, but you're gonna
of
like this.
course.
Just Kevin Conroy was Batman in the '90s for one of the best Batman shows, The Greatest Adventures of Batman. Kevin Conroy is very famous for being one of the better Batmans, even though we only heard his voice because the way he did it.
Mhm.
Mark Hamill from Star Wars was actually the voice of the Joker in that series.
Oh wow. Oh, that's right.
Mark,
That's
Mark,
actually something I knew. Mhm.
yeah, Mark Hamill did a very good Joker for that.
Okay.
And it's so weird how you get famous people who are famous for acting and other things, but they're great voices. Because next we have Harvey Korman, who was the voice of the Great Gazoo, and Harvey Korman is the one on the right
Well,
of the screen.
that's him with Tim Conway
Tim
because
Conway.
they
Har-
they
Har-
also
Harvey,
were famous for being in the Carol Burnett show.
yeah. He was famous for it. And well, my best Harvey Korman role was Blazing Saddles. I'm sorry. um, so and now we're talking about the Flintstones. The voice of Mr. Slate was done by a man named John Stevenson.
Oh wow.
The voice of Betty Rubble was Jerry Johnson, and before that it was Bernadette. B. Bernadette was pretty famous back in the 50s and 60s for being an actress and a voice talent. She did a lot of voice talent. She was very well known. She was like a female Mel Black. We'll talk about Mel Black a little later, but she was like a female version of Mel Black. But two women were Betty Rubble. Wilbur Thunderstone was Jean Vanderpyle.
Gene Vanderpyle, yeah.
Yeah, Jean Vanderpyle. And Fred Flintstone was a gentleman named Alan Reed.
Why does that name sound familiar? Did he do anything else? Or
You know what?
I think he was an actor. He's got probably some actor credits.
I think he was an actor. So,
So that was like Betty and I'm sorry, not Betty.
Wilma was B. Bernadette.
Uh-huh.
Alan Reed was Fred Flintstone.
Okay, I got you. I'm struggling here. I'm like, I had some of these images up, but they're not coming up on my.
That's okay.
Oh my god. So this I believe is B. Okay. She was Betty, and
she also that's Alan
guy,
Reed.
Alan Reed, was the voiceover actor who played Fred. And see, to me, the cool thing about being a voiceover actor is that, doesn't matter what you look like, you just have to be able to do the voice. But tell me this, when you were in school, you know how you scribble and do cartoons and stuff or draw in your on your notes and on your pages. Fred Flintstone used to be one of my favorite things to try to draw in my notes.
I didn't draw in high school or grade school on my notes because you know what?
What?
I paid attention to class. I didn't have time
we got jokes. We got jokes.
I have time to doodle. Okay, I pay attention to class.
Well, you know what? Some of us of the more gifted mind can actually pay attention, doodle, and still get A's. Yeah. But actually, the Fred Flintstone drawing is pretty easy to do because I would always start off with anyway, but that's a fun one to draw. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I was never good at drawing anyway. Moving right along.
All right, moving along as we talk about some of the voices behind the cartoons and characters that we know and love and remember as we throw it back.
Okay, and if you have any characters that you want to talk about, please feel free to set it up in the comments or whatever. I like to hear about who you want to hear about, what cartoon character from TV, because we have a lot here, and we got two guys that are famous for doing Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, two guys who played Pooh?
Yeah, the first guy was Sterling Holloway. He's an actor that passed away. He's an actor and he was a voice actor. The thing about his Winnie the Pooh was his actual voice. So he wasn't like making his voice anything different.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Cummings took over the role of Winnie the Pooh after Sterling Holloway either didn't stop doing it or when he passed away or whatever. But Jim Cummings' ideal for doing Winnie the Pooh was doing an imitation of Sterling Holloway.
Okay,
that was
cool.
Sterling Holloway's regular voice, so that was his whole thing. So that was Winnie the Pooh, and we started the show off talking about Peter Robbins, who did Charlie Brown.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't research who did the other voices, but various people have done Charlie Brown over the years. Peter Robbins was pretty much the guy who did it in his 60s, where a lot of the most famous Charlie Brown cartoons were made.
Oh. Was that you? Were you ringing?
Yeah, no, that was something I gotta take care of when I get done the show. So we're gonna move on to Seth Macfarlane,
who not only does voice acting, he like actually can sing. Like he's
I didn't know
a bunch
he could
of
sing
different
like
traits.
Like one of his influences is Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, he can belt. That's pretty cool.
Have you ever heard him sing?
Uh-huh.
I've never heard this guy sing.
Because there is, what's the video? He did a video, and I can't think of the singer he did it with, called "Baby It's Cold Outside." Before that became like a cancel culture song or something, but yeah, he did "Baby It's Cold Outside," and he had a whole album of like kind of like Frank Sinatra-esque tunes. I think so.
Like
yeah,
kind of like a Michael Bublé type guy.
Yeah, yeah, and he
or Harry Connick Jr.
Harry Connick Jr.
I wonder, can Seth MacFarlane play anything?
What do you mean? Any instruments?
Yeah.
Like you mean? I don't know.
Oh, I gotta look and see.
Ed will dive into the fact check for us, but I believe he did an album like of covers and stuff, things like "My Way" but yeah, he can sing.
I did it my way.
There was an article was it an article or it might have been a video that I saw with a bunch of actors that you don't think could sing or aren't known as singers who have sung, and like I think like Scarlett Johansson, I believe. And again, if I'm wrong, don't call me on it. But was someone who could sing, and I think there are some movies where she would sing, and actually a couple TV shows that I really love. One of the things I loved is when they veered off and did a musical episode, like Buffy was one of my favorites, and they actually did like a musical episode. And granted, not all the folks on Buffy could sing. Hashtag Allison Hannigan, who I love, but homegirl, she's like me, just tone deaf.
Really, I like Allison Hannigan though. I like her. I love her.
Okay. Oh, I know. Don't tell me she's on the Whoopi. What's the other one?
Whoopi, Janet Jackson, Sandra Bernhardt. Allison is in there somewhere. Yeah, she's in there somewhere. She can get it.
But in any case, but and also because I've been binging like episodes of Fringe. I've like watched that whole series like probably twice, and they do an episode Brown Betty where the characters, they actually don't sing whole songs. They just get to do a refrain of a couple different songs, which is just kind of fun. But I digress, and I take us off on a track because it's Kathy and Kenny. It's pop culture. So whether we're talking voiceover actors or actors that sing, we go there. We just hang with us, and let's check on the comments. Ed say, you may not know this. You may not know this, but he's a horror fan. And of course, if you've watched our show or watched any of our special shows around Halloween, you know this because usually we let Ed and Dion kind of take the reins because they are our pop culture horror kids who know the genre and know it well. What famous horror character did Brad Dourif voice? And you know, I love Brad Dourif. He's one of those great character actors, and the reason I know him and love him because he also did guest stints in two of my favorite shows, The X-Files and Fringe. So yeah, I know exactly who you talk.
I don't know who he is. I don't even know who he is. But I'm assuming he voiced Chucky.
Was it Chucky? Hey, that's a good guess. Oh, another pop culture kid in the house, Steve
Johnson. Hey, Steve. How you doing, buddy?
Is in there.
And did you see? They just said it is her.
It is her. Okay. I didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah. So Chucky is correct. See, I don't know everything, but Kenny Walker's usually right.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just saying.
Lord. You know what?
Kenny Walker's usually right.
And that would be great if your head didn't swell up. So,
wow.
And I have to slap you and bring you back to earth.
Okay. Here we go.
Back to the show.
So we told you who voices Homer Simpson.
Okay.
Now Nancy Cartwright is the voice of Bart Simpson.
Oh, Nancy Cartwright. Why do I? Oh, wasn't she? She's an actress, isn't she? Or wasn't?
I don't think so.
The same actress that was in Billie Jean, The Legend of Billie Jean, or no?
Was that her?
I'm thinking it is, and I could be wrong.
Okay, Ed, you gotta look that up for us. Is Nancy Cartwright the same actress from The Legend of Billie Jean?
Or maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. No, that's Yardley Smith. I'm thinking of, right? Oh, I'm just making stuff up as I go along. I'm thinking
fair is fair.
But I'm thinking I thought Yardley Smith, I think she does do a fair is fair. That's right. Invincible. I don't know, that movie didn't do well, but I don't know why I love that movie.
It's a cult classic, though. It's a cult classic.
Is it a cult classic?
Everybody, if you don't know Fair is Fair, just get out of my life. Oh, no, by the way,
that's Nancy Cartwright, and she voiced Bart Simpson and a couple other characters on The Simpsons.
Now,
I think that kind of tripped people out because I think everybody thought Bart, again, was a boy, but voiced by
a girl. Yeah, a woman rather. I want to say something else. Now we're talking about an old movie. I text you. I finally saw My Cousin Vinny.
You did.
I did not like. I was not impressed. I laughed at one part. I laughed out loud at one part of My Cousin Vinny.
What?
And that was the part where the one kid got the other lawyer to represent him, and he was very confident. And then when we start talking to everybody, he starts stuttering. That's the only thing that made me laugh. It's the only thing that made me laugh in that movie.
You laugh at speech impediments.
I laughed at the speech impediment. That was
so you are just proof that for the average male, your level of humor does not surpass what, 7th grade?
Okay. I'm okay with that. The movie wasn't that funny. It was too hyped up by everybody. It was too hyped up by everybody.
Well, by the time you saw it, and hey, by the way, just on a sidetrack pop culture kid note, for those of you who join us, you might know, the other movies that you haven't seen, I noticed that on HBO Max because we share that account. Goonies is actually available now on HBO Max, as well as My Cousin Vinny. And it was another movie you hadn't seen, and I saw it in the queue on HBO Max. I'm like, I must let Kenny know because
Was it In the Heat of the Night?
the original In the Heat of the Night.
Yeah, I never seen that one.
Oh, I don't know if that was the one or not. I have to go back and check. But you know what? It might have been because you know what I noticed? HBO Max, and for those of you who have HBO Max, I was looking like they have a TCM section, like the Turner Classic Movie section. I'm like, oh my gosh, sweet.
I was on that today. Yeah,
sweet goodness. I'm like, oh, do I need to go back and watch? And my thing. I love my Natalie Wood movies, and I saw Rebel Without a Cause, and I'm like, oh, I might need to go back and watch that.
I saw that. I saw in the other James Dean movies on there too that I've never seen. Yeah, I think there's 2 James Dean.
Well, he's only got 3. I mean,
what was it? It was something that was
Giant.
I don't know. I thought it was 2.
Well, no, Kenny, I do know because he only made 3 movies.
Okay.
Rebel Without a Cause, Giant, and East of Eden.
I think East of Eden might have been on HBO Max. I've never seen a James Dean movie in my life.
You've never seen Rebel Without a Cause? Shut the front door.
No, but I've heard.
Get out of here.
But
oh my God, you need a smack for that.
Yeah, but I heard the Public Enemy song, Rebel Without Applause.
Oh no, you got to see East of Eden. Oh, Dion's in the house.
Dion's in the house. Hey, Dion. How you doing,
hey, Dion?
I'm just getting slapped around. Hey,
you are
Dion. Did we already say that Dion became a new grandmother?
Did we mention that?
I think we mentioned it last week. Yeah.
At the end of last week's show.
Congratulations. Megan had. Yes, we did. We did talk about that. Okay. So going back.
Who else do we have on the list?
Going back to our list, I want to talk about Tara Strong. Tara Strong is a new voice. Not new. She's been around for a few years, since the 90s. But she's done Batgirl, Timmy Turner, Dill Pickles, and Bubbles from the Powderpuff Girls.
See, that's something you have to know because you're a father of girls. So
actually, no, my girls didn't really.
Powerpuff Girls
my girls really didn't watch the Powerpuff Girls too much.
Okay, that wasn't within their time.
It was, but they really weren't into. I think it was more than George's time, really.
Okay, so all right, because there's like a whole 10-15 year gap that I am like out of the.
Yeah, well, Dill Pickles is from. I gotta get that out of there. Dill Pickles is from. Dill Pickles is from Rugrats. Timmy Turner is from Fairly Odd Parents. And Batgirl, of course, I think she was the Batgirl, I believe, for the Adventures of Batman in the 90s with Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill.
And again, my comic book knowledge, cartoon voice knowledge probably begins and ends between Charlie Brown Christmas and the Flintstones.
Okay, I want to throw this next one in here because it's a famous face. That you wouldn't think did a voice, but James Avery from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Uncle Phil from Fresh Prince.
Phil.
He did the voice of Shredder in the very popular 80s, 90s Teenage Ninja Mutant cartoons.
Okay.
Next we'll talk about Paul Frees.
Paul Frees?
Paul Frees is a very famous. Yeah, well, he's I think he's passed away. He's from the 50s and 60s and I believe 40s. But he did a lot of Disney voices. He did Boris from Rocky and Bullwinkle. He did a lot of those. Remember those Rankin and Bass cartoons we used to have back in the day?
Oh, I'm Mr. Heat Meiser.
He was the voice for the Burgermeister and Santa Claus Coming to Town.
Okay, yeah, that was like that one was
And
best.
he also did some movie and TV narrations too. So Paul Frees.
You know what? There was one on the list, and Earl Hammond from Ultraman.
Yeah.
That one goes back, but I just thought that was an interesting
Yeah,
one.
Ultraman, here
I
he
remember
comes from the sky.
because that was like a live action thing, right?
Yeah, that was a live action. There was a lot of live action things Ed put on there, but for the sake of our time, I wanted to go through those and just do the cartoon people.
Okay.
We have Dawes Butler. Dawes Butler was the voice of
Papa Smurf.
No, who's Dan Messick? I didn't do Dan Messick.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I was on the wrong guy.
Well, Dan Messick. Since we're talking about
Oh,
Dan
sorry.
Messick,
No, you know what? I took them out of order. I am sorry.
okay, well,
That was my bad. My bad.
no, I don't think. Oh yeah, Don Messick. Yeah, he's up there. Yeah, Dawes Butler did Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound, Snagglepuss, and Elroy Jetson. He did a lot of the Hanna-Barbera characters. Dawes Butler.
That was my fault. I
That's
had
okay. That's all right. No harm, no foul. The original voice of Popeye. No. Okay, the original voice of Popeye was done by William Costello. He was the original voice of Popeye. And then after he stopped doing Popeye, Jack Mercer did Popeye and Felix the Cat. I loved Felix the Cat.
Oh, Felix the Cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat. I had the wrong guy. That was Dawes Butler, right?
Yes.
Okay, Hannah. So he was a part of the house of Hanna-Barbera.
Yes, Dawes Butler did Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound. Jack Mercer not only did Felix the Cat, but you know who else he did?
Who did it?
Remember the show Hercules, the 60s cartoon Hercules?
Oh wait, I'm still on this dumb message.
Jack Mercer.
Okay, Hercules.
Jack Mercer.
Hercules.
Hero song and story.
Hercules. Oh, I remember Hercules.
Yeah. Jack Mercer also did the voice of Newton.
The
Centaur. I'm glad to have a friend like Hercules.
That stuff is just so stuck in our heads.
Oh my there on the double.
You know what? That's probably why Schoolhouse Rock, was so successful, because there's nothing like a good tune or song or rhyme to make you remember things. I'm just a bill. Yes, I'm only a bill.
And I'm sitting here on Capitol Hill. And yes, I'm off to the White House where I wait here in line with a lot of bills. What a president to sign.
How about conjunction junction?
What's your function?
Hooking up phrases and making them run right.
Or verb, you're in action.
Oh, how about I got 6? I got 6.
Oh yeah,
that's all there is.
6. I got 6.
One
channel, or it's either HBO Max or
Hulu,
it's either HBO, Netflix, or Disney. One of them has all those.
All the Schoolhouse Rock.
Yeah, one of them has all those. I'm going to tell you in a minute.
Okay, you look that up. While you're looking that up, I am going to take our much needed, much delayed break to take time to thank you guys for hanging out with us. It's Kathy and Kenny. We explain pop culture, or actually, I don't know how much we explain it. We just, I don't know, chat about it with you in the comments every Saturday night, 8:30 to 9:30. We really appreciate you being here. Please consider us giving a like, subscribe, a share, anything. We like the attention, can't you tell? Anyway, you can also support the show and help us keep it going by buying us a coffee. There is a link down in the description. Again, make sure you check out Kenny's video, Unbroken Spirit. It's part of his new production company, Words Out Productions, which is for spoken word artists. And here is a little about getting your word out.
Thank you.
How was that?
Thank you.
I did plugs. I did like, share, comment. I did all the things.
If you're in the Jersey area, Words Out Productions has a studio available. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Message us if you need to use a studio if you're in the Jersey area. And Schoolhouse Rock is on Disney Plus.
Whoa! What?
Yeah.
You know what? We should do like an ad hoc show one day during the week and see if you could. Like, I don't know. Well, Disney might not let you do it, but I know with Netflix you can do you can stream like a viewing party. But man, that would be fun to have a Schoolhouse Rock viewing party. And you know what, Kenny, you got to give me the link information so I can add that to the description for Words Out Productions and that studio space that will be available for those of you in the Philadelphia, South Jersey area. If you're looking to, again, get your words out or music, I take it you guys also offer studio space for recording artists as well, spoken word artists, and that is up and running and going. And let's just check in on the comments because we have been neglecting the comments. Jim Bacchus, right? He's
Who's also Mr. Magoo.
That's right. That's cool. Thurston Howell III. I think it's it was. He was Thurston Howell III.
Thurston Howell III, yes.
Yes. Awesome. And it went to voicemail. Do I not have the phone on? I am so bad. Let me get the phone going. Yep, because I turned the phone off.
We don't.
Because my phone wasn't dinging all throughout the show.
I know. You know what? It's something with the MacBook. And my engineer had set up the MacBook for the studio, and his phone is connected to it, and I had to unconnect his phone to the MacBook.
You got issues.
I don't know how to do that.
Let's see. I had the phone connected. Let's see if I can get it going again. Because now the phone is not connected. And if I can connect it, I'll try to call you back, Ed, to see if we can get you in. And let's see. Makut. Okay, that I am not sure.
I don't know what is Dion talking?
You don't know. All right, where are we?
Dion, puff pass. Don't we don't understand. Next,
we're slow learners.
Yeah, Don Messick, who Kathy keeps putting up there. We did Popeye. We did Popeye, right? William Costello.
Did we do? I don't think we did Popeye.
William Costello was the original voice of Popeye.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Popeye.
Popeye the Sailor Man. Toot.
He kind of looks like Popeye.
He does kind of have. Oh, it's anime.
Yeah.
Where's George?
Yeah, we're not.
Well, you know what?
We're not really doing anime.
Actually, George. Kenny, you were supposed to talk to George because we were talking last week a little bit about doing a show. Because again, all things pop culture, and a big part of pop culture are like fantasy role play card games like Magic the Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons. And we talked about maybe doing a show to lead us into maybe learning and playing live on a stream. So that might be something coming up this spring. So look for that. But more on your list.
I'll say something when I hear something about that. Don Messick.
That's what
Don Messick. There you go. Don Messick, who did the voice of Scooby Doo. He did the voice of Bam Bam Rubble, Astro.
Whoa. The voice of Bam Bam Rubble. I mean, you could have gotten anybody to do that. I mean, you know, the lighting guy could have did that because all he did was run around going bam, 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 bam. That's it. There was no dialogue to memorize.
Look, bam, bam. That's the way he's look. If Vin Diesel can do Groot.
Oh, I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Oh, you know what? I think it was in, it wasn't in Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it was in one of the Avengers movies that had the Guardians of the Galaxy. And they said something about him putting away his game. And he goes, I am Groot. And they're like, whoa, what's with the mouth?
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah. Well, you know, that was in.
But he probably got paid a ridiculous amount of money.
That was Endgame to say I am Groot. For like 4 movies because you did it in
4 movies. That's it. And
he did it in 2.
How much The Rock made for that?
He did it in 2. No, Vin Diesel. Vin Diesel, not The Rock. Vin Diesel.
Oh wait, I thought Groot was The Rock.
Groot was Vin Diesel.
Okay, so The Rock wasn't in the Marvel universe.
No, not yet.
Not yet. What does that mean?
But no, actually, the Rock is in the DC universe. He has a movie coming out later on in DC universe.
Oh, so you can't be both.
You can.
Isn't there someone who is in both?
Yeah. Lawrence Fishburne is in both.
Oh, he is. Okay.
Lawrence Fishburne played Perry White and Superman, and Lawrence Fishburne was also in Ant-Man as Bill Foster.
Oh, okay. So you can do both.
You can do both. So Don Messick was Ranger Smith and Dr. Benton Quest.
Oh wait, did we mention Casey Kasem? Oh, you might have been in here, Dion, when we did.
No, that's Ed. That's Ed.
Oh, Ed. Okay.
Yeah, we did mention Casey Kasem.
We were talking a little bit about Casey Kasem. Scooby Doo voice was perfect. Huh? That wasn't perfect, but yeah. Or better yet, Shaggy. That was
Shaggy, yeah, his Shaggy voice. Yes.
That was classic. And you know what was great? Well, I guess Casey Kasem played the voice of Shaggy, but the actor that played in the like the real life Scooby-Doo movies, the with Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie
that actor.
Jr.
And I forget his name, but I met him one time.
I forget his name because wasn't he in like the first Scream?
He was also in Starship Troopers. But I met him one time at a comic book convention. He's a pretty nice guy.
Okay, Comic-Con, yeah. But he was actually he just physically was like, okay, that's Matthew Lillard.
Yeah. And actually, he's actually a good character actor because if you look at the different roles he's played, like Shaggy, the role he played in Starship Trooper, the role he played in what was that movie with Freddie Prinze Jr. that he did and the girl from Seventh Heaven. But he did a movie with them. He plays all these different characters a lot. He plays a lot of different characters.
You know, we got to do a character actor show. I don't know whether we've done one of those.
No, I don't think we have.
Our favorite character actors.
You know what? Like
those guys, like the Brad Doris.
Do we have?
You see them. You know them when you see them, and sometimes you don't know their names necessarily, but you're like, oh, I know her.
You know what? You know that is next week's show. Character actors.
Character actors. All right, we're there.
Next week's show.
Ed will be here because Ed will have all the he was in Scream. I remember him in Scream.
Yes.
Never missed this countdown. Yes, Casey Kasem was.
Okay, so we got 2 more people to go.
We do?
June Foray.
June Foray.
Who did she played
who
Rocky.
Did she play?
She did Rocky the Squirrel. She did Natisha Patel. She did Granny, as you see right there. Granny She did Natasha from Rocky and Bullwinkle. She did Betty. She did everything. She was like, she was another one that was considered like a female Mel Black because she did a lot of things. And the last one on the list is
Rocky the Flying Squirrel.
Rocky the Flying Squirrel. Yes,
a classic.
Hey, did I ever show you? Did you ever hear my Rocky the Flying Squirrel imitation in Bullwinkle?
Does that mean you're going to do it now? Oh,
hold on.
Please, my brother. All right. Do I need to kill the music?
It's Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yeah, hold on. Kill me. Give me one second. Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat. I can't. Nothing on my sleeve. Oh. Did you ever hear my Kermit the Frog? Hold on, because I could be a voice actor. Hold on. Here's my Kermit the Frog. Hi ho, this is Kermit the Frog here.
There you go. All right. The brilliant comedy voiceover stylings of Mr. Kenneth Walker. Yeah. Love it.
Okay, so last but not least on this is the man of 1,000 voices, Mel Black.
Yes. The goat of comic voices and voiceovers, and pretty much invented the format, and that is Mel Black.
He did the voices of Looney Tunes and Merry Melodies. He did Barney Rubble. He did Mrs. Spacely. Mel Black was also an actor who would appear on different things too. I remember seeing him on reruns of Jack Benny's show. More specifically, wow, Ed, is that hate? Is that shade? Did somebody put a tree in my room because all of a sudden there's shade all over the place? Anyway, Mel Black was also an actor. I remember seeing him on the Jack Benny show, and specifically the funny thing he did on Jack Benny show was the Christmas show where he was a salesperson behind the desk, and Jack Benny kept changing the package. So Mel Black was also an actor and a voiceover artist, and he was very gifted. We will always be in love with his original Bugs Bunny voice.
The OG Bugs Bunny.
The OG
original
Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny voice, yes.
Yes.
And that's the end of our list.
If the phone worked, I have the phone on, and I don't know why it's not working. Ed, I don't know what's going on. Let's see if I can call Ed and see if that would come on and come in. Let's see. I'm dialing it now because I didn't have it connected to the speaker, but now I'm connected. We're going to blame it on the nor'easter. So phone lines are down at this time.
Answer your phone, Ed. Answer your phone. Like, come on, dude. Really?
Hello?
Hey.
Ed?
Hello, Bueller.
Bueller?
So what did we miss, Ed?
Nothing much. I was just, calling because, I don't agree with the live action voices. I mean, if you're going to have Frank Oz as Yoda, you're going to have James Earl Jones as Darth Vader. Come on.
Yes.
Okay, I skipped those. I'm sorry. My bad. I skipped Frank Oz as Yoda. I skipped...
Who did
I skipped Jim Henson as half the Muppets.
Because he did just about all the Muppets.
Jim Henson is Kermit the Frog. I mean, come on.
There you go. I know.
You mean my Kermit the Frog didn't do it for you?
I think he said
no. You didn't put my post up there either.
I know. Oh, that was my fault because you know what? I gave Kenny the ability to control the comments, but
I can't control the comments.
Huh?
I can't control.
I know.
comments.
I sent you the invitation so that you could control the
I
comments.
don't remember getting the invitation.
I will resend it, but
Okay,
or
resend
not
that.
resend, but resend. Resend.
Resend.
Okay.
Resend.
Tomato.
Send
But
it
we'll
again.
try it again, and
You
we'll
will
see.
send it. You will send it again.
I will send it again.
Send it again. Not resend, but send it again. Send it again.
All right.
And again.
But
And
again,
James Earl Jones' Darth Vader is classic.
oh yes,
Oh my God, yes.
I am your father.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about voiceovers. Excuse me.
And you know what?
Go ahead, say it.
No, I was going to say. I mean, I know that we talked about. You were talking about, cartoons, for the most part. But I mean, most of us that watch this show respect the fact from the 70s, 60s, 80s, all the great pop culture that came on. I mean, think about it. When we grew up, we watched Ultraman, we watched the Space Giants, we watched Johnny Sacco. And let's not think about Bobby Byers, who played Johnny Sacco, who was the voice of Johnny Sacco. Ray Owens, who was Rodak, the big bad guy from the Space Giants. Paul Heck, who was Goldar. We don't want to forget about those guys because, growing up, I mean, those are some great characters for us. I think Steven would agree with that.
From back in the day.
Johnny Sacco, the spying robot.
Do we know any of the voices from like Speed Racer?
No, I didn't research
I
that.
actually went to look those up, but I thought, I did enough of the Space Giants and Ultraman. I didn't want to go that far back because I thought about Marine Boy.
Kimber the White Lion.
Kimber the White Lion.
Yes.
Kimber the White Lion. Yes.
Oh wow, that is good. Now we're going back.
Now we're going back. You guys, I remember hearing about these shows. You guys are showing your age.
You are just as old, if not older. And tell me that the gray hairs in your beard don't give that away.
No,
without a doubt, Ed. Yes,
I heard about these characters and rumors, but I haven't.
There should have been a Space Giants movie.
I don't think so.
That they retro everything and bring all this stuff back. That's one that
you did get a Space Giants movie. You got the Power Rangers movie.
All
three of them. All three of them.
Not even close.
See, yeah, that's the Power Rangers. That's beyond me. That's for these young kids, these Gen Xers or Gen Zs or whatever.
This is pop culture. This is talking about the past. What we grew up with. What is what's important to us.
And you forgot like Mike Judge with Beavis and Butthead.
No, I didn't.
No,
I did.
Yeah, Kenny
on the list.
Yeah.
I did. I skipped over them. My bad. I didn't. I don't know. I hated Beavis and Butthead.
You hated Beavis and Butthead?
I could not.
Classic from the 80s.
I could not stand
I wasn't a big Beavis and Butthead fan either, but they still contributed to the pop culture experience.
Oh, they contributed.
Exactly.
I just, yeah.
See, there you go, Ed. Always fill it in the blanks, and we so appreciate it.
Oh, shut up, Ed.
And I thank you so much for having your show. I really do. Help
me on the phone, Ed Brown.
Hey, hopefully I'll be on sometime soon, and we'll have something on the TV in the background where we can, maybe have some viewers come up, and there I am, and possibly have some kind of trivia up and
wait for it.
Let's have a good bit.
All right, Ed. You have a great night. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Great show as always.
Thank you. Okay. My only regret, Ed, is that there was no voiceover work in Die Hard.
You know what? I was just about to say we got Ed off, and I didn't get a Die Hard zinger, and then you had to go there.
Yes, I had to go there. As
He
I
had to
had
do that.
to.
Well, you know what? We gotta go because it is time for us to go.
Yeah, and this
And
whole thing with keeping the show at 45 minutes is just not working. I try to keep it a little short, but Ed made it longer. See, I was trying.
you got to try harder. You got to try harder. We
Okay.
almost got out of here without if we could get a weekend without a Die Hard or comic book reference. I think we'd advance the show. I think we'd have more viewers. I think it would take off. We would probably go viral. That's all I'm saying.
Well, next week, join us next week when we talk about character actors.
Your favorite
And
character actors, those
favorite
people who
actors.
are in the background but just killing it and
don't
crushing
know.
it.
Because
And
you know I'm going to put on there, and I forget his name because George was talking about him last week. But the guy from Office Space, no, not Office. Yeah, the guy
Stephen
from
Root.
Yes,
With my red stapler,
yes,
took the
he
red
is a
stapler
great
off.
character actor.
He is phenomenal,
Yeah,
and actually, he's in an episode of Fringe. I'm totally.
and he's
I'm
also
like Fringe obsessed right now.
He's also in the episode of Boba Fett, the new Boba Fett TV show.
Oh, he is. Oh,
He's in
I
an episode of
love
that, too.
Stephen Root. Okay, so he's definitely going to be on the list. And if you have any of your favorite character actors, please, our Facebook page, Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture, share them with us.
Look at Ed's last comment.
Oh, one day we will get out of here without that reference. Evidently, today is not the day that we will not Die Hard.
I think we even referenced Die Hard on our Betty White and City 48 memorial shows. I think we referenced Die Hard on those days.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how it got in there, but it got in there.
It gets in there.
Yeah.
It creeps. Anyway, listen, guys, whether you're out on the northeast and dealing with the nor'easter, stay safe and all that crazy snow. In all parts south and west and all over this great gobbledygook of a globe. Keep yourself safe. Keep your mask on. Come back. Join us next Saturday night, 8:30. Kathy and Kenny. I think we might need to change the show because I'm not sure how much we get to explain, but we try to explain pop culture here every Saturday night with my brother Kenny, my other brother Ed, and all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you guys next week. Peace.
God bless your soul and keep living. Peace.
Thank you for geeking out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and Kenny Explain Pop Culture.
Oh, we're not clear yet.
We're not clear?
No.
Why aren't we clear?
I guess I didn't take the.
You gotta shut it. You gotta shut it.
I gotta turn it off. I gotta end the stream.
What? Okay. You gotta shut it down.